Well, it's hard to believe it is December 1st. I'm just like, hard to believe. And I'm going to try to do more posting. I don't know why it's so hard for me to keep my channel going, but I like to document my life this way. I'm just going to do better. That's all I'm going to say. So, and what do we do on December 1st? Well, we got to pay our bills. And also, I'm suffering from SADS, which is seasonal, I don't know what, but called no light up in Seattle. So while I do my bills, I'm going to plug in my light. Okay, so I've been fiddling with this thing for about 15 minutes, and this is probably why I have SADS. I can't figure out how to turn it on, or it doesn't work anymore. I can't find anywhere that there's a switch. Why are things so hard? Okay, so I went to another outlet, and I got it figured out. They do give you a switch. It's on the cord. See right here, it's on the cord. So I'm gonna plug it in. I guess I'm not quite awake today or something, and see, now it's on. So hopefully this will get me out of my SADS. I've been having it for a while. I have this lamp, but I left it under my desk and I wasn't using it. I'm starting to pay my bills, but the first thing I did was spend about 30 minutes trying to sync my Apple Calendar and my Google Calendar, because I was entering them in both places, and I thought that's stupid. I'm not doing so good because it took me a very long time to figure that out. But I'm also old school, and I've been liking these kind of daytimers where you get a lot of room to write and a lot of good stuff like that. And they had really pretty pictures last year, like I got this butterfly. And this year I couldn't find a good one for 2026. It says, never be so kind you forget to be clever. Never be so clever you forget to be kind. Well, I don't like that. So Karen gave me a sticker of a sheep, and you know, I like Sheepishly Me YouTube channel, so I put that on there. It's a sheep knitting, and that makes me kind of happy. But I could have ordered a really good one for $20, but this was on sale for $10. And everything is so expensive, I just think, does the cover really matter? And it is nice that it's a lighter color. I can see it in my bag. Even though I have an electronic calendar, I like this hard copy too. And one thing it has in it is each month there's a blank page. So I like to write some stuff, and today I'm going to write about, I'm going to kind of reflect on November of 2025. And November was a tough one for me because that's when it starts getting yucky weather up here, and I don't like that. And the other thing that has happened over the summer is I had plantar fasciitis, but I just thought, it'll get better, I'm doing stretches, it'll get better. Well, it never got better, and now I'm going to PT, and I'm not playing golf because this is an overuse injury, and they don't want you doing that. And my PT is hard. She's doing a lot of deep therapy massage, and it hurts. And it takes me time to do it at home, and I feel stupid. Like, one of the PT exercises is pick up a marble with your toes and then drop it in a cup. And I have to try to invert my foot inwards like that, which is really hard for me. And it just feels like a stupid thing. But then my foot is really sore. Another milestone in November was my mother turned 95. And it makes you think about your own aging. Well, we got a box from Amazon. Let's open it together and see what's in there. First thing was some marbles, so I can pick them up for my foot exercises. I was using some beads, but they don't weigh enough, so I got some marbles. And then, this is when you know you're old, by what you order. Karen and I got a card shuffling machine because it hurts our hands to shuffle. Because we don't want to put lights on our big tree outside, we got a thing to project snowflakes on the tree. So a couple of weeks ago, a home health care person came, and I had high blood pressure, but then it kind of went back to normal. And I'm supposed to take it like once a week to make sure I'm doing okay. And tonight we're going to have some sausages, and of course they have a ton of sodium in them. So I thought, well, I better take my blood pressure. 135 over 73 with my heart rate at 66. And while that's a little high, you know, I ate a lot of crap over Thanksgiving. And I'm learning that I am kind of sensitive to salt. But the doctor said, don't worry about these little fluctuations up and down. It's when I took it with the home health care person, it was like 160 over 85 or something. Well, welcome to my morning routine. I roll my foot, and this is the part right here that hurts, right there, right there. So I'm rolling my foot. Overall, I think it's getting better. So if any of y'all out there have high arches, you might want to not ignore heel pain. But let's talk about the holidays. So yesterday I went to a holiday luncheon for a golf group that I belong to. It was pretty nice, except getting there was stressful because it was so rainy. But it was a nice place. It was, for a luncheon, the best food I've ever had. And it's a seafood restaurant right by the ferry that Karen and I take to go see her sister. So next time we go, I want to go early and we can eat there because it was really good and you look out on the water and it would be something fun to do in the summer. So that's part of the holiday, my first holiday luncheon. Now, did I take any pictures? No. Did I film it? No. And one thing I'm learning as I try to vlog more is show rather than tell. And I got to get better at that in 2026. So I got to show more, talk less. The PT woman brought out this little ball yesterday, and it's about this big, yay big, like 3 inches in diameter, and it's called a Hypersphere Go. And I thought it was great because it kind of wiggles and vibrates and you roll your foot on it. And she said, oh, you ought to get one. So I looked at it yesterday and they're kind of pricey. So I have to decide if that's something I want to get or not. I have some questions that I've been thinking about, and I think they're good ones. How much do we spend on ourselves at Christmas? And how much are we worth? Because, you know, we all budget for others, but what do we spend on ourselves? So that's question 1. Question 2, do you do a tree inside, and do you do lights outside? That's kind of 2 questions, but it's about decorating. And do you do a lot of holiday decor? Now, I have a friend from high school who goes all out. And I love when she posts it to Facebook because it's like a winter wonderland. But we don't do that kind of stuff. We buy like a poinsettia and a wreath for the door, and we put out lights outside. This year, no ladders. That was the rule for outside. And this year we did it just with a stepping stool because the goal was no ladders. The lights on the front of the house right there are little stars. And then we got this projector to do snowflakes on the front of the house. We wanted it for the tree, but it doesn't show good on the tree. So it's kind of crazy. We're not sure if we like it, but it was cheap. So that's our outdoor display. And then a little tree inside. And that's enough for me. So that's another question to ponder. And the third one, what do you think about gifts at my age? Like, I'm going to be 66 and I have everything I need. For a small business weekend last week, we went to a small local bookstore that we really like, and I bought one book that Karen's sister recommended, and it's right here. It's called Hail Mary, and it's by Andy Weir. He also wrote The Martian, and I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of thought-provoking in a way that it's written, and I think you'll like that. I use a Kleenex as my bookmark, but I'm on page 88. I don't read very fast, but it's really good. Thanks, Carrie, for recommending it. Now, these other 3 books were the recommendations from a podcast I listened to called Strict Scrutiny, and they talk about the Supreme Court and the rulings they make. But at the end of their episodes, they talk about what they're reading. And it looks like they do Reese's book club books, because that's what all of these are. But I haven't started them, but one of my goals in 2026 is to try to read more. At least every day. I'm not into how many books I read, but I'd like to read every day. So the first one is Broken Country. I don't know if you can read that, by Claire Leslie Hall. And I think that's going to be good. And then this other one is First Lie Wins. And it's also a Reese Book Club. And then the other one is Wild Dark Shore. And this is real popular in the Pacific Northwest. This, I think it's like one of the top selling books up here. And so these are the books I got for myself and Karen. Because we usually buy them on the Kindle, but you know, you don't want to buy everything from Amazon, because then we'll only have Amazon left, and who wants that? I mean, shout out to Amazon. They've changed things in that I needed marbles for PT. Let's talk about this. I need to buy marbles. Well, you can't find marbles anywhere. So, you know, you look on Amazon, they're $4 and they come the next day. So that's the good thing about them. I love reading on a Kindle. I love all that. I mean, audiobooks, I think Kindle owns those. Audible, Amazon does, I mean. They have good streaming, you know. But we want other things to survive too. So a little moderation with Amazon isn't a bad thing. Rant is all over the place, but I bought these new Adidas socks this summer for golf, and I really like them. But it's funny, they put, I don't know if you can see it, an R on one foot, and then the other sock has a left on it. And I wear size 9, so it's not like I'm a little kid who needs to be reminded of their feet. But it's funny, I cannot put the left one on the right foot, or if I accidentally do, it makes me crazy. And so I also bought some plantar fasciitis little socks, and they were labeled right and left. And so, question to the world, are you trying to help us, or do you think old people don't know what foot the sock goes on? Or are they made special for the foot? I mean, I can't imagine they're different socks. So that's what goes on in this crazy brain of mine. Oh, roly-poly, roly-poly. Where's your toy? Get him. Oh, I found the one that the Hershey's Kiss goes in.
Oh, good.
The Santa mouth. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, yeah. Here's one.
You always like this owl. I think all of these are good. And I have to have the little Irene bear. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have to put a sheep up there. Have you found Kirby yet? We gotta find Kirby. He's somewhere.
Here he is.
Kirby!
Okay.
I think we got enough. What do you think? Dear Lord, please don't let me break. Oops. Yeah, we need to do something. I think I made this tree skirt. But really, this year we're not even putting the tree back in the alley. Because it's silly. It's really bad. I mean, when you have to use duct tape.
What?
Remember the year Jackie and I made these ornaments?